Hi again, it's Cherry, and another game, another Sunday, another game. Lyon. This is, funny enough, the third game in the Lyon, two of which I was trying to get the Naval Battles Star, and failed dismally on 2 losses. I thought, I'll just turn it off. Anyway, map is domination. Map is trap. Game mode is domination. Ship is Lyon. The 16 barrels of you. Looked at the matchmaking on this one and I was 2 carriers, and then I looked at the layout: carrier, battleship, 3 cruisers, a couple of destroyers. It was like, good grief. Anyway, Lyon, everybody knows it, 16 barrels, remarkably inaccurate, supposedly. Anyway, back to the original idea. So took the stars off, did 2, failed 2 in the Lyon. Thought, you know what, I'll leave it till Sunday night. So I thought I'd just have a nice easy game, and this happened, which really ground my gears. So basically I've suggested the team we go AB, because C is it's just a nightmare on this map. And there's going to be some hilarious chat in a while, so just keep your eyes on the chat, because it was quite funny. Yeah, have a look. Anyway, I'm going to head over towards B. Icarus has pushed himself a little bit too forward with the planes coming in, so basically he's calling for help. Try and get some planes off of his back, try and use the AA on the Lyon, because even against tier 8s, the AA on the Lyon's not terrible. As you can see, it does very slowly hoover up aircraft. Anyway, I shall let you watch for a while because it's not very exciting, so I'm going to push it forward by a few frames and shall speak again in a moment. As you can see, we've just started to get back into the action now. Got a broadside Scharnhorst, fairly long range. As you can see, the dispersion on the barrels on the 16 barrels of U are remarkably inaccurate. They spread all over the place, but it does actually work for your benefit. Anybody who plays the Lyon at length knows this one. It plays it's so flipping random that it actually works for you rather than against you, because basically fire in a general area and you blanket it. This is like best way of thinking of it, it's like a multiple launch rocket system. You know, you just blanket an area and you'll hopefully hit something. So what we've got at the back there, we've got an Alabama and Ashitaka, a Richelieu, which is going to be a bugbear for me the whole game. Ashitaka's broadside, I completely misjudged his speed there. I would have loved to have got some shots in on that one, but we'll give it a better go this time because I really underled badly on that. So Ashitaka, broadside, that's the tier 7 Amagi. It's got a weird armour layout. I've got one, it's got a really odd armour layout. It hasn't really got any at the side, and it actually takes more damage. Right, anyway, watch chat. So Kutuzov, same speed, same heading, not changing direction. I've got a good 10 seconds for a load of my guns. Anybody like to hazard a guess what is about to happen? And just the 2 front guns. Bugger, I've turned the hull too much. Bastards. Oh, just the front turret. Now watch chat. So that was 34,000 damage in a salvo. Sure, nice cheese. Yeah, I mean, come on, what do you expect? You straight line for 30 seconds, open water, completely broadside, without veering your speed. What does the guy think is going to happen? Just don't. However, I have to say, the enemy Hyoba did come to my defence a little bit. It's just quite funny. Yeah, broadside, yes. So anyway, that was a fun one. So anyway, back to the game. I'll ignore the chat. I just thought it was funny. I love being called noob hacker. I love being called a hacker. It's great. Oh, see now. Oh, who's reporting? Is he reporting me? Oh yeah, he's going to report me. So he wants to report me. For what? Yeah. Anyway, enough of that one. I did get reported, funny enough, 3 times. Hey, we won't go into too much details. Anyway, so we currently have 1 kill, 40,657 damage, courtesy of Lord Bullywif in the Kutuzov. You know, if you're going to take an overpowered, broken ship into the game, at least, Lord Bullywolf, learn how to play the damn thing. Or at least know your enemy. Yeah. Anyway, so that's another little 9k servo at the Scharnhorst. I've been picking on that Scharnhorst. Now, this is where the game gets a little bit weird. Because basically the carriers decide today is Cherry's day. So we end up spending too much time being attacked by planes. And it does, unfortunately, it kind of ruined the game a little bit because it was constantly spotted. I can't get unspotted from those battleships at the back. I can't get unspotted from the DD, and it's just whittling damage. I don't want to moan too much about carriers because I do play them every now and again, but if they decide they want to concentrate on a particular ship, it doesn't matter how good you are or how good your AA is, eventually they're going to put enough damage into you to actually make the game harder. Yeah, but anyway, lots and lots of rotation on the AA here. I wouldn't normally bother, but it was it made more sense to just keep rotating the AA. What I find interesting with the AA side to side AA, if you strengthen the right hand side for a right hand torpedo run coming in, they'll drop the torpedoes on the first run, spin around and come back in for the other side, and you're instantly weaker. So there's actually no benefit to changing it around. I tend to leave it alone a lot of the time, unless I'm pre-prepping for a raid. So I know it carries in a particular direction, and then I'll sort of have a go. There's a nicely broadside Edinburgh. Rather disappointing, this. He was a bit more wiggly than the good stuff. It's got to be said, he was a bit more wiggly than the good stuff. Well, anyway, we'll go for a reload, see what the Edinburgh's going to do. I'm assuming he's going to hide behind the island. I mean, I would. If I was in the Edinburgh, I would be right behind that island. I would not be sitting out here in front of a battleship. I never noticed that Iobra over there. It's quite interesting when he crashes into that ship. He lurches forward. Whoop-ah! And that is a broadside Edinburgh. I missed that Aoba behind me. I didn't even see the Aoba behind me. I was so concentrating on other cruisers and these torpedoes, I didn't notice the Aoba. I had a perfect shot on that. So now this is where the fun part starts. Carriers. And more carrier. So currently we've got the Gator, the Richelieu, the Alabama and the Ashitaka all facing, and everyone else in my team, apart from the Nelson, is running the other way. Now here comes the carrier again, and this is just going to be a recurring theme. Constant barrage from these carriers. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you reinforce the side because they'll come in from the other side anyway, so you might as well just leave it 100%. Which is what I've started doing now. See, look, I've taken very little damage from ships. That is mainly from carriers. Try and get a shot off on the Gator. I don't know. Yeah, a little love tap. This is one of those games where you look at it and go, had it been a carrier-free game, this could have been a very good, easy carry, but unfortunately, I've lost that much health, mainly carrier. It's funny enough, the previous game before this, I had a North Carolina, had me put a fleet broadside and spent a good 4 salvos firing HE at me, so as stupid as the stupid does in this game. Little hit on the Alabama, 11k, so we're up to 103,519. The points stand at 654, 467. We are 2 caps up to 1, and all of their battleships, and I mean all of their battleships, are tucked away up there in a line doing nothing. The only one actually doing anything is their carrier. And hats off to him, he did a good job. He really did do a good job. I suppose the Rioho might have been better off going after the Irian or the... They would have go for the Lton. Probably the Irian would have been if he wanted just to farm more damage, because the Rioho just didn't get a lot done. It was the Implacable. Was it Implacable? It was Implacable that did most of the torque damage. The Rioho has been kind of meh, just annoying. Anyway. Game has got 8 minutes to run, 760, 440. Not a lot else is... Oh, yes, there's a lot to happen. Forgot. So anyway, this is the Richelieu that has been just annoying all game. I mean, properly annoying all game. Instantly put his fire out. First shot, put his fire out. Oh, no, he didn't put his fire out. And then his dispersion lets me down completely. So we have Nelson is dead. It's now me on this flank, facing off Richelieu. Alabama's running. Ashitaka, I don't know where he is. Oh no, Ashitaka's there, Alabama's over there, so it's pretty much me on 3, which could be mildly entertaining. Bounce some Ashitaka shells there, get the angle right on the Richelieu, try and mitigate the damage. It's going to take some, but just try and take as little as possible. In hindsight, I should have started firing AP sooner, because when I was firing AP, I was taking the front turrets out, and as they're both at the front, it was probably more useful to run at the turrets. So I've decided I'm going to go for the ram, because we're so far up on points, so I've got no chance of getting out of this broadside. So turning in for the ram, get the angles better, trying to angle myself from the Ashitaka and the Richelieu, and then I'm going to just head at full speed into the Richelieu and hope upon hope that get a ram. 6,002 at the Ashitaka. Not a lot to say here, just watch. Could not for the life of me get that lead right on that Ashitaka. I don't know what speed he was doing, but I just could not get the lead right on it. Didn't matter what I did, he was just where my shells were every time. Rioho coming in. Alright, now it looks like he's stopped. And he's dead. So it's dead Ashitaka, 2 kills, 147,000 damage. Just try and get into this with this Richelieu, but he's going backwards so fast. And just keep shooting at the ships across the map whilst I go in. That was the plan. But I just keep taking stuff through the front that I really shouldn't take. Picks up the Confederate, taking another 3.5 through the nose. Can't keep this up. Got the high caliber. Bounce that salvo. Just trying to take its turrets. On 57, 229, carrier pops up. I'm going to die anyway, so I might as well just get a salvo off. And that's 163, 569. So that's my game. The game ends in about 30 seconds anyway, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not the most exciting of games, but it's quite funny with the chat. Anyway, have fun, enjoy, have a nice weekend, and I'll catch you soon.